2003, 9th of November, 23:06 PM. Saw the object as seemed to be the cause for the incident. It must be some kind of bad joke. Who would believe a dragon and a giant fell on Shinjuku? However, it's true that the substance energy characteristics are abnormal. The plan was to begin a detailed investigations tomorrow. Now I get why I'm called to this project. Welcome back everyone to an episode of Nier Gestalt with Super Blue Badger. In the last episode of Nier Gestalt, we encountered Grimoire Weiss in the Lost Shrine beyond the Eastern Gate. And there we also rescued Yona from...
Of all people, why my only daughter?
Yes, Nier is extremely stricken by the illness of his daughter, which has turned out to be fatal and that he has been lying to his daughter all along to make her feel better. The black scrawl that she is inflicted with is fatal, and there is no cure.
This isn't happening!
Should you sit here and wait for a while, he will exclaim his grief for his daughter, because obviously, what is a father supposed to do in a cancerous world with a cancerous daughter? He's sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yona! She's still just a child!
And yet, Nier somehow says this without moving his mouth. Oh well. Let's see what Devola has to say for this episode.
Oh, you're back. I was worried about you. I heard you went through the Eastern Gate and... Is that a book?
Never mind the book.
Now, see here. I am Grimoire Weiss, and you will treat me with the proper respect.
Wait, you're Grimoire Weiss? Oh, that is so cool.
You know him?
Of course. He's the white book mentioned in the song I was singing.
He's in your song?
Yeah, the Song of the Ancients. It's an old tune that's been passed down through generations of villagers. It's in a forgotten language, so I doubt you could make much sense out of it.
Do you know what it says?
Well, it's not like I studied it or anything, but I can tell you bits and pieces. There's this terrible black book that shows up and starts spreading disease all over the place. But then this white book appears and saves the world and everyone's happy. You know how it goes. What is it?
Tell me about this black book. Where's it from? How does it work?
What? It's just a song. I don't know what it means.
What kind of idiot sings a song without knowing what it means?
This kind of idiot? Look, why don't you go to the library and ask Popola? She's smarter than me. Maybe she knows.
Popola, huh? Alright.
That certainly seems to be our solution for everything at this point in time. So a story of a black book and a white book. Grimoire Weiss is supposed to be the white book.
A white book, a black book, and a disease.
Something wrong?
Just thinking is all.
So, new possibilities arrive in the world of Nier. And what could that possibly mean? And the fact that not Popola, but Devola took such interest in Grimoire Weiss. It's quite bizarre because who would know anything of a book? Or she seemed quite certain that it was in fact Grimoire Weiss. There's no way she could possibly have known. It's all a possibility, and perhaps it's just a red herring. Maybe the song really does know everything. This is just a question that arose to me while I was first playing the game. And maybe it should arise to you too.
Say.
I heard about Yona. I don't know what to say, but I'm so sorry. Maybe you can help. What do you know about that song Devola was singing? Is that Grimoire Weiss? She recognized it right away. You know Weiss? Finally! Someone who appreciates quality when they see it. Yes, the Song of the Ancients. Let's see.
When the great black book, Grimoire Noir, plunges the world into chaos, the white book, Grimoire Weiss, will appear with his sealed verses. He will then vanquish Grimoire Noir and restore harmony to the world. Or so the legend goes.
What's a sealed verse?
These records are really old, so I can't say for sure. I imagine it's some kind of magic.
Oh gods, that's it! That's it! What is it? If the Black Book spreads chaos, if it spreads the Black Scroll, then the White Book must be able to cure it. I need to find the sealed verses. Perhaps the matter I infused in the shrine is one of the sealed verses in which you speak. Yeah, I think you're right, Vice, and that means you're gonna save my little girl. Guys, don't get too excited. This is just some old legend. Vice is real enough, isn't he? And if he's real, then the rest of it must be too. If he can cure the Black Scroll, I know it.
And yet you know nothing regarding the whereabouts of Grimoire Noir.
Sorry, but there's nothing about that in any of the records. What we do know is that there's a number of these sealed verses out there.
And it also appears that the shades you fight in these verses are intrinsically linked.
Fine. Then I kill them all and take what I need.
Have you gone completely mad?
What an absurdly reckless plan.
I won't stand around while my daughter dies. Tell me where to find them.
Now wait just 1 minute. You're really gonna do this, huh? Well, alright. I've heard the shades are gathering near a village called the Aerie. It's past the bridge on the northern plains. They should be done with the repairs by now. I marked it on your map for you. Maybe you could find one of the sealed verses there.
Once you arrive, be sure to speak to the village chief. He lives in the gold-coloured house up on the highest point in the Aerie. Good.
And be careful.
So that's it, we've been given our quest to chase legends of unknown origin, with the only hint of a talking book in our midst that has succumbed to amnesia. I suppose it wouldn't be that unnatural for Popola and Devola to know about Grimoire Vice, so I'm sure we can just, well, pretty much dismiss the notion of, you know, basically people, well, people possibly knowing about Grimoire Vice, because, trust me, there are a lot of books here, and I'm pretty sure one of them would have something to say about him. Hey, mind giving me a hand with this? For now, we will be disregarding the quests. Ow. Anyway, we will be disregarding the quests, so I will be going over that at a later point. As you can see here, okay, I suppose now is a good time to talk about the quests. There are a lot of side quests in the world.
But I must say, that song of hers is a rather catchy number. I can see why the bards kept it alive through the eons.
Yeah, it's a real toe tapper.
Okay, so as I was speaking about the quests, there are many quests to do without the game. And some of the quests, well, 50% of the quests have to be done by a certain point in the game for you to continue. Well, not for you to continue, but if you don't do them by a certain point, you will lose the ability to complete them. So it is recommended that you do all of them if you're going for 100% completion. I will be doing these videos, but I will be marking them with the letter S, as you see here, down in the bottom left corner there, and I'm making this up as I go along, but I'll put one there later. Anyway, for the matter of fact, I will be doing this, but only in separate videos, so alternating videos. The next video will be all side quests, so that you may skip it and move on to storylines if you so please. You will miss out on in-between small little details, but that's your choice to make. It's up to you, because I understand there are a lot of side quests in this game, and they are extremely tedious. There is actually a quest here, and it will be one related to where we need to go. So we may as well do it while we're on the way there, just to get an example of how JRPG quests feel. Excuse me, hey, can I ask you a favour? I'm currently on duty, so I need someone to relay a message to me. Oh wait, oh, this is the wrong quest. No, wrong quest, sorry. This guy.
Hey,
Hey, do you have time for a delivery? A friend of mine just helped me out and I want to give him something special. Can you take this parcel to the Aerie? You accepted the quest Fragile Delivery. Sure, I could use the work. Oh, and this is really fragile, so you need to be careful, okay? Don't go jumping around or getting knocked over or anything like that. You'll need to take this to the Chief's house, in the Aerie. It's the gold house at the highest point in the village, and this is why I said we may as well take it. The Fragile quest chain is one that we will be seeing frequently. Okay, only 3 times. They're extremely frustrating, but you may as well do them. It also gives a little bit more spice to this adventure, because if we get hit too hard...
You can save Yona, Weiss. Hell, you may be able to save the whole damn world. I'm almost glad we met.
I told you you'd need me.
And to think I was gonna use you for kindling.
You really should treat omnipotent magical beings with more respect.
Okay, so we're going on an adventure, and as I was saying...
Do you not fear these shades?
Not scared, just cautious. But I'll do what it takes to save Yona.
I see. And I won't try to stop you.
You're a pretty good listener for such an old-timer, Weiss.
I should be offended.
You may notice behind us are some white arrows on the map. Those are shades chasing us, and if they hit us, we will break the parcel. Should you break the parcel, I believe you are more than capable of redoing it. Although I'm not 100% on that, so you can't quote me. Now we've entered a new area, and this is just before the Aerie. Fairly safe, fairly simple. Makes you wonder if this is what, you know, what we'll expect for the Aerie. Just grassland, houses, train tracks, pipes, metal, flames, gauntlets. Very, very ominous tunnels, and maybe this is what the rest of the town is like, maybe not. Welcome to the Aerie. And I suppose it's pretty much a giveaway with the name that this place is based around the sky. It's an extremely confusing area, one that I have spent many times trying to navigate my way to the Chief's house, only to be led through on an elaborate ruse, so to speak. No more than elaborate ruse as it is a giant fucking piss take. That is the house we need to get to, and fortunately, I know the way by now from how many times I've played this game. So it should be just an easy long shot to the Chief's house. No problems to be had. May as well save while we're here. And for that we'll continue
Who the
on.
hell designed this place?
How are we supposed to reach the Chief's house?
Okay, yeah, there are shades everywhere. Shades. Yes, their new names are shades, but no, really, there are shades fucking everywhere, and you have to be extraordinarily careful not to get hit by them. Because they can spawn in front of you, and they can attack immediately. Even while they're in the midst of spawning, they can give you a good slap to the cheek.
We don't trust you.
I'm looking for someone who knows about the sealed verses.
You're like her, like Kanye.
Shut up and listen to me!
I know it's quite cowardly to not attack back, but let's just make a run for it. I have had to do that quest so many times, and it still gives me the shivers.
This must be the Chief's house.
Just disregard the shades and magic balls passing through our chest.
What is it?
Well, we're here from...
Strangers. Go away.
Wait, listen to me!
Enough. Leave this village at once and never return.
What a pathetic bunch of rabble.
You said it, Weiss. Or Vice.
Yo.
Hey, I got a present for you. For me? Yes, alright. Now leave it and go. This town makes me crazy. Well, we completed the quest and that's all there is to it. Now that we have no...
Here, there are no powerful shades here. The sealed verses would never be found in such a place.
Yeah. Let's go talk to Popu and figure out a plan.
Now that we've disregarded ourselves of the package, we now may continue. Okay, a word pa. These actually give us benefits to our attacks, weapons and magic, so they're quite powerful, quite useful. It's good to keep a tab on them. May as well go over it now. If you go into, which one is it? It's Grimoire Vice, and skip over to word edit. You can go into magic, no weapons, Nirvana Dagger, and set a word to pa. As you see, it increases our attack power by 2, and inevitably just makes us stronger. I forget what attack power does exactly, but I'll figure that out at a later date. I'm pretty sure I can forget about it for now, because I'm pretty sure it's not physical attack power is not just how much damage you do to an enemy, so I'll have to figure that out at a later point. Oh, item drop rate +2. Yep, this is working out pretty fine. I keep forgetting that I have magic, Jesus. I only played this game for like, what, 3 months now? Another strong advantage of Spears, or the Lance ability, is that it can pass through other enemies and generally strike enemies behind it. All in all, it seems like this has been pretty much a bit of a loose end, I suppose. And I wonder why we came here in the first place. I mean, where could this possibly lead? Perhaps we were chasing legends all along. There we go. You may have noticed that we have been picking up some random items of late, and despite it just seeming like complete nonsense, they will actually come in handy at a later point. Oh wait, why did I use a medicinal herb? I forgot. I've already mentioned that mailboxes heal all of our health. What is with this stammering? It's not like the badger. What have you done with the actual badger? Are you actually the red badger? Or are you the blue badger?
What's that?
Something shiny in the distance has caught our eye.
Nice flowers.
Those are lunar tears, legendary flowers of almost perfect beauty.
That's the flower I told Yona about.
Hands off the flowers.
That's, quite the outfit.
I fear we have greater issues to deal with.
Is she a shade?
What are you waiting for, fool? Attack her!
And so we encounter our first sort of boss battle, I suppose? She is a mysterious lady dressed in a rather inappropriate garb. As for a attack pattern, it's not really that difficult. You just have to basically dodge, attack, dodge. Can't catch me, can't catch me, can't catch me. Oh god, I've never done this before, but yes, this is an exhilarating battle. Who knows how this could turn out?
Your attack must be unrelenting!
It's quite unrelenting, alright. I don't know why I find this so amusing. Anyway. Oh.
Don't let your guard waver.
The only difficult thing about the magic spear is that you can't really control the elevation of which it fires at. It always is on an equal level to which you are at that moment. So if you are above the enemy, good luck trying to strike it.
Is that all?
By my very pages, this girl wields magic. This woman is certainly not to be trifled with. Don't let your guard waver.
Goddamn silver-haired anime girls. They always got magic. Always. It's a defined rule. Ow. Hello, Wendy.
Oh, fantastic.
And so the two forces must unite in matrimony. Or rather, not matrimony, and I sure God hope not.
What's going on here? Beware the shockwave. Hold back until we have a chance to approach.
So this battle acts like most...
Stay out of my way.
Fuck's sake,
He's
so
mine,
much
you
talking.
idiots.
But it seems like our white-haired brethren, or our white-haired sisterin, has some sort of...
Doesn't look
It seems like our white-haired sisterin has some sort of problem with this creature. As to why, we don't know.
Spat something out. What was that?
Are these guys shades too?
For some reason, when I find that I strike those baby egg things, they seem to restore my magic power.
Huge.
This will be your most difficult battle to date. Ready your guard.
Die! 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 I'm gonna pull out your teeth and cram them up your ass!
That woman has a fouler mouth than one would expect.
Actually, that's about what I expected.
It's nice to know that your reasons of conduction are quite reasonable. Wow, that was a redundant statement. Yes! I don't even know what happened there. For some reason it went in slow motion. I can't really explain what the hell just happened. So yeah, just attack the feet until the head becomes vulnerable. That's pretty much the plan of attack for most large monsters in the games of 2010, I suppose, or ever, I suppose, be a more correct statement to make. Most of the bosses in this game have quite a repetitive formula of attack, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have to get used to it. As we know, the true meat of this game is in its very deep and textured, almost raw story. You could call this a raw, rare steak of quite delicious textures. And I don't know why I'm comparing this game to a steak. It's quite full and juicy, full of nice, delicious background info. Has a rather wide spectrum of rather... There's actually a pattern to the boss's names, and you may have guessed it already. The first boss is being Hansel and Gretel, and this one being named Wendy. Can you figure it out before we've seen all the bosses?
animals are disappearing.
I've never seen the like.
This one has been possessed by a shade. She exists as neither fully human nor other.
I guess half human is better than no human at all. But if that part goes, I'll cut her down like all the rest.
And with that, we've obtained a sealed verse, for whatever reason. For defeating the giant monster? Who knows? The Dark Hand is something we'll get into at a later episode. Hey there. Why did you save me? Because you're human. Apparently you don't see too well. We've not the time to debate your humanity, woman. Look, you're half human, and I'm being followed by a talking book. Let's call it even. My name's Kaine. Ah, her name we heard back in the village. Look, nothing good is gonna happen if you stick with me. Why don't you take off? Let's just sit here and enjoy this rather beautiful music for a moment. Have a look at those flowers. Oh, and one more thing. I'm hunting that thing. You stay the hell away from it.
A half-human and a giant shade.
I could deal with one, but both.
And with that, our adventure is over for now. And I'll be heading over to the save point. That has been an episode of Nier Gestalt, and I hope it's answered some questions for you. Or probably it hasn't. But we have obtained a new sealed verse and we are closer to our objective. But what could that objective possibly lead us to? I'll see you on the other side, Badger Recruits, for an episode filled with side quest mayhem. Or you're just gonna skip that episode. I don't care. See you there.